Hey, this is Jamey from Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in Jekyll versus Hyde, of which I only have a photo to show you today, because my friend who let me play it with him, Henry, loves it so much that he needed to take it back. But I really had fun with this game. It has the feel of a tug-of-war game where each player, it's a two-player game, one player is playing Jekyll, one player is playing Hyde, and it's a trick-taking game where you play tricks over the course of 10 turns, up to 3 rounds of this, and then you determine the winner. The asymmetry in the game is probably my favorite feature in the game, as it is tied to the tug-of-war track. So one of the players, and I'm going to mix up which is which, but I believe Dr. Jekyll wants each player to win the same number of tricks. So you have 10 tricks that you're playing. Ideally, each round, it would be Dr. Jekyll would have it so that each player would win exactly 5 tricks. That way, the difference between the two, 5 and 5, is 0. In that case, the tug-of-war token on this track between the two players would not move, which is what they want. However, Hyde wants chaos. Hyde wants differences between the two players, if I'm remembering this correctly. And Hyde wants each player to win a different number of tricks. They don't care which player wins more or less. They just want a different number so that there's a big difference, as big as possible, between the number of tricks won. So if one player wins 7 tricks and the other player wins 3, the difference is 4. That token moves 4 spaces towards Hyde on the track. And if at any time, or by the end of, if at any time really, that token reaches the end of the track, the closest space to Hyde, then they win. And if that hasn't happened by the end of 3 rounds, Jekyll wins. It's a very clever asymmetrical system. I played both characters in the session that we played, and it was fascinating to see the difference because one of them, you kind of want to just go all in with one of those elements. Hyde wants to go all in to try to win as many tricks as possible or lose as many as possible, whereas Jekyll is really trying to carefully craft that balance between the two. And it often kind of this drama builds as you play because you don't really know until the last few hands if you're going to be able to pull that off. Jekyll and Hyde also has a nice little twist. You can see some of these cards have no suit, these blank cards. They have no suit. And when you play them, you trigger a potion ability. So there are a few different special abilities. So if my opponent plays a green, say green 3, and I play a potion on top of that, I trigger the green potion, and the green potion has a special ability. They either reset the strength of the different suits, because that's variable from round to round as well. They can steal a trick from the other player, an already won trick, or they can actually force an exchange of 2 cards between the 2 players. So the potions add just a nice little twist to mix things up in a round that maybe seems like you're not going to accomplish your goal for that round. Playing a potion at the right time can really help that happen. I really like that mechanism too, but the way the tug-of-war and the asymmetry works in this game is so good. It makes me want to keep playing this game over and over again with the 2 different characters to see if I can master both of them. That's Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll vs. Hyde is the name of the game. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a great 2-player game. I really, really enjoyed it, and that is my favorite mechanism. If you played Jekyll versus Hyde and you'd like to talk about your favorite mechanism in the comment, I'd love to hear it. Or if you've played a similar game, something that reminds you of this a little bit, I think the closest comparison is Fox in the Forest, where you are trying to win a certain number of tricks at different times. But if you can think of any other games like that, let me know in the comments below as well. Thanks.